obviously better looking and fitter and healthier and stronger.
Same with my stunt double as well.
It's always the way, isn't it?
Congratulations. I want to say not just on this film, but I feel like you've been very busy, lads, between like Gangs of London, Din Mobland, going into this. I feel like from an audience point of view, the first natural question is, what's drawing you guys both so much into the crime thriller world?
What's drawn us both into it? I don't know how Gareth is going to respond to this question. Whilst he has a moment to process.
Yeah, whatever the time to think.
Yes, I'll endeavour to try and make a few steps towards answering it. Circumstance, like the opportunity presents itself. I like to do anything really that has a good blend of conflict and drama, that has an element, a capacity to hold humour, but also investigate the sort of paradox of the human condition. And I think there are certain fields of profession and genres which highlight conflict and drama. And crime genre is one of them. As are thrillers, military, non-fiction, anything where conflict is tangible. Also, there's lots of characters in the criminal community which have been interesting and sort of resonate with audiences and myself alike. For I think the curiosity of understanding why people do things that aren't necessarily on the trodden path for what is considered the right thing to do. Like people who choose to take the power or control of a situation and do what they want willfully, it's interesting to see what the consequences of that is, or if I have complete control and unfettered ability to do whatever I want whenever I want it, how does that look? And there's an element of wish fulfillment in that, perhaps, which is best served in entertainment than actually being a gangster. Yeah. So I'd prefer to do that in a place where there's nothing. It's a sacred place, art, and we can play with ideas and conventions and thoughts, and I think that's the best place to do it, as opposed to being a gangster. Sure. Unlike Gareth,
which obviously is rooted in my real life. As a young boy growing up in Wales.
It's taken a lot to get out.
It has taken a lot to get out of it. Yeah. This is all just catharsis at this point. I don't know how to top what you just said so eloquently there, but
you shouldn't have waited.
I shouldn't have. I should have got in with my terrible answer. Then you could have propped up your amazing answer afterwards. But
should we move on?
Yeah, I'll pivot to it.
Great,
I want to ask you.
Well done. Survived that. That's criminal.
The nightclub fight scene probably stands out as like one of my favourite scenes of Havoc. I can't imagine maybe how complicated that was to shoot, because there's a lot of, I don't want to say one takes, but a lot of like sort of long camera takes, I guess. The whip transitions, a lot of fights from going higher up, from higher platforms to lower. Tell me what the process like was for filming that scene. Was it across multiple days, or was it just like one big arduous moment?
So the way I always approach shooting any action scene starts with the previous process, and we get together in a room with like cardboard boxes and crash mats, and we imagine the location, figure out exactly what the structure is like. So for the Medusa, it was always it's a 2-story set that we're going to build in a soundstage. The process is to like eliminate all the bad ideas from the choreography, only keep the good ones, scrutinize every aspect of it. But also, what I don't do with regards to like shooting an action scene is do master coverage. So it's never like a long take or anything, or a wide or something, and then figure out the edit points afterwards. We figure them out in advance. So what that does is it breaks down a sequence that would otherwise feel quite overwhelming when you watch it in the bigger picture thing, into little bite-sized chunks, jigsaw pieces, if you will, where it's much more easy to compartmentalize what's required then from HODs, from performers, literally on a shot-by-shot basis, and we kind of stick to it quite rigidly then.
I don't know if this is the scene you've been specifically referring to, but I know years back when I guess you first sort of, knew that you were going to work on this project, that there was going to be really complicated action scenes. Is that like what you had sort of planned from way back then, or did this come sort of midway through the production?
No, it's always in the early stages. It's always in the beginning. It kind of becomes a weird sort of part of the development process of the script as well. Yeah. So like there's all sorts of things which kind of feed into the development of the script, whether that is like discussing characters with people like Tom and with the other cast members, and then feeding that back into the script. It's doing the process of going through the action design and then learning something about them through that process, and then applying that into the script.
Love that. Tom, that scene is one of many examples where you're kicking the absolute like teeth out of everybody. I know you're a big jiu-jitsu guy. You've gone into like competitions and that's sort of like in terms of fighting. When you're training for this film specifically, or maybe other action movies, are you doubling down on jiu-jitsu training, or are there specific other martial arts that you're adopting into your performance?
But any excuse to go to like do jiu-jitsu, I'll take advantage of because I enjoy that. But no, this is really specific to what Gareth wanted, which was there were weapon systems, and whether that was melee weapons, knives, bats, and axes, and poles,
harpoons,
whatever you could find, right? That was in location based that could be brought into the story as a tool. Rifles and pistols, submachine guns and stuff. There was car work as well, and then overall physical life as well was more striking based in many aspects, as well as shooting, physical, like weapon system shooting, wasn't it? And the how Walker approaches violence, I suppose, is in choreography has a specific nature as well, which is different to I suppose jiu-jitsu, which is much more chilled. Much more chilled.
And Jacob Tomuri, who does, I guess, a lot of your stunts from previous movies, including this one.
Yeah, all of my stunts.
All of them.
All of them, Jakey.
With your work with him, I've now seen, I feel like it was like around Mad Max when you started working with him, bringing now to about 10 years worth of collaborating. I think stunts and stunt actors are getting a lot more celebration nowadays in the media, which is like fantastic for so many different reasons. What has it been like working with Jacob over the years?
Well, first and foremost, like I met Jacob on Fury Road, and he played Max, and that's where I got to know him. We became really close friends, good mates. Same. He's a bit younger than me. Obviously, better looking and fitter and healthier and stronger and all that sort of stuff aside.
Same with my stunt double as well.
It's always the way, isn't it? But we got on really well, and then because he's also he's a really good bloke as well, and he used to act as well. I won't remind him of that, but he was an actor. So we went on to do other things like Legend together, where he played both Ronnie and Reggie with me, and he's mimetic as well. So he'll literally physically copy me, because part of a stuntman's or woman's job is to physicalize and incorporate and embody the character that they're also playing, as well as the actor is. So they have to do all of the stunts that they're asked to do in the physical form of the character that has been created. It's not just a question of achieving a wire gag or being pulled through a window from A to B as a person. It's in character. So his attention to detail as a transformative sort of character actor in a physical landscape is brilliant. And so I've worked with him continuously as he's progressed through his career as well. He's now coordinating, and he's doing really, really well. It's just a joy to watch him develop as a professional, and he's also my friend. So take from that what you will.
It was incredible to see him on set, because that was the one thing I was going to say. It was noticing.
I think it was me.
Yeah, well, it's that thing of like when he's performing, it's exactly what Tom was saying. It's like it's not just purely the action of the stunt itself, but it's like the mannerisms, the gestures and stuff like that. It has to flow. It has to feel like it's one body. It has to feel like it's one person.
The same character.
And
exactly. He's done that with every character I've ever done. So his detail is brilliant.
It was remarkable to kind of see that unfold every day. It was really good.
Yeah, well, it's lovely to hear you guys celebrating. Yeah, I'm out of time right now, but thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Cheers.
Hey, thanks for watching. I'm T, the guy asking questions in this video. If you want to see more of my interviews just like this, then check out the playlist. And if you love movies and TV shows just like me, then subscribe. I think you'll like it here. And that's the T.